Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Welcome to Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. We're outside and it is humid tonight. So your boy's going to be sweating. All right? Y'all forgive me. Forgive me.
You ain't bring
I should have bring a rag.
tissue or nothing?
Yeah, but I was running around trying to set up. So
Gotcha.
I didn't even think about that. Let me clean my glasses real quick. All right, we got a spectacular show for you guys tonight. Spectacular. All right. We're finna start in just a few minutes. All right.
While we're waiting, you guys like and share. Invite friends to the video.
Invite friends to this live. To this awesome live. Because it's finna get live.
La, 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 la.
Chee.
In my notes.
All right. Let me open my notes as well. All right.
It's falling, y'all.
Where's the note called? There it is.
I don't know.
All right. All right. It is hump day. It is
so
hump
weird.
day. A fan? Well, I was looking for like a fan to like, see this is what Scott says. You know, how about a fan?
Well, we do have a fan going on. It's just he sweat for everything. We just have
Plus, the fan is like in front of me. But once my body sort of adjusts to the temperature, I should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should be okay.
Fingers crossed, y'all.
Yes. All right. If you're watching, let us know where are you guys watching from? Who do we have on here? Give us some a thumbs up or an eye or a hey.
I like the
what's
heart.
up?
Do the heart with me. The heart emoji.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
I like the heart emoji.
All right, you ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, we're going to get started. All right, here comes the intro. Real people.
Real love.
Real perspective.
Real experiences.
Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa every Wednesday at 10 p.m. All right. Welcome to Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa.
Yes.
My name is Joe Derilus, and this is my wife, Elizabeth Derilus, also known as Lisa. All right. Some of you guys call her Liz, but her name is Elizabeth.
Yes.
She's like, babe, my name is Elizabeth.
It sure is.
Sometimes I introduce her, and she'll say, well, look, my name is Elizabeth. It's not Liz.
No, you'll be like, this is my wife, Liz. I'm like, hi, my name's Elizabeth.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. She don't know his wife's name. So, tonight is the official first episode of Relationship Goals. Again, presented to you by Derilus TV. All right. And we are excited for tonight.
Yes.
All right. So, do you want to kind of open up about tonight or what? Okay. All right. So, tonight here's the thing. I'm usually the guy that's up front. You know.
You are the guy up front.
At least in our relationship, I would say. But I'm actually somewhat of an introvert. I'm introvert.
Where?
I am an introvert.
Where?
Okay. Believe it or not.
If y'all believe that, y'all don't know him.
But I'm usually the person in the background. I'm usually the person like if I have, I had ideas and different things, even shows like that, I had ideas for everyone else but myself. So, Derilus TV is now out. You guys are watching, you guys are here. But again, I have been sort of the front man for, in our marriage, in our partnership, our union.
You're our spokesperson.
I'm the spokesperson of our family. Now, however, there is, we wanted to kind of showcase and talk about the woman behind the men, right? The woman behind the men, and that is our title for today. The woman behind the men. Again, what does that mean? What are we talking about exactly? Is I think a lot of times you see more men leading. I would say more and more women are leading now, but men predominantly lead whatever it is, the business, the family, the mission, whatever. Men usually lead, but there's usually a woman, right?
Yes.
So we wanted to talk about that. Let's go. Let's get right into it here. You guys have heard of the saying that goes by, behind every strong man or every successful man is a strong woman. Mm-hmm. Or I've even heard it said, behind every strong man is an even stronger woman. Mm-hmm. Have you guys heard of that? Have you guys heard of that saying? And now the question is, if we kind of start to dissect this phrase or this saying, what is a strong woman?
Yep.
What's a strong woman, baby?
I feel like you put me on the spot.
You knew the question was coming. It's in your notes.
I said a strong woman is a confident woman.
Ooh.
But she's also still humble.
Okay.
You're like a combination. Like, you just can't, I don't know, it's like weird for me to describe. You know who you are, but you're humble enough, or you have humility enough to know what your worth is, so that you're not taken advantage of, or overlooked, or stepped on, as how people say sometimes.
Okay.
That's kind of...
So what type of strength are we talking about? Are we talking about like physical strength? We're talking about emotional strength, or we're talking about spiritual, or,
I think it's all
psychological strength?
I think it's everything. Like, I think a woman, we all have those strengths, and it's just depending, on certain situations or environments, you pull what you need, or which strength you need to pull from. So like, if I'm at which I probably will not be participating, so disclaimer, if I was at like a CrossFit game or something, I'm not going to pull in my bag my emotional strength for that competition. I may need it, but I'm going to be relying on my physical strength, because that's what I conditioned myself to do.
Okay.
Kind of situation. But then the roles kind of flipped, and you're going through like a tragedy of whatever that may be for you. You're going to rely on your emotional strength and your faith, the strength you get from having faith, to get you through that particular situation, not the whole, like, I can bench 100 pounds.
So what you're saying is that a woman will have many different strengths.
Yeah, we're like a swift army knife.
Different scenarios for different situations. But now the question is, does a woman need to be strong? Does a woman need to be strong, or is it the place of the man to be strong?
I feel like you interviewing me, bro. Like, this is not a question.
Let me ask you guys, okay? She think I'm asking her the question. Do you guys think that a woman need to be strong, or does she just should rely on the man's strength? And again, here we're talking about in relationships. We're talking about marriage, of course. And what happens is, a lot of times you hear the phrase, behind every strong man is a strong woman, or behind every strong man is a even stronger woman, right? First of all, is that the truth? Is that the reality? Is there really a stronger woman behind a strong man, or is there even a strong woman behind a strong man? All right. So what happens? What happens? What happens in the cases where the woman is stronger than the man?
I don't know, like,
And is that right?
I don't think it's necessarily right or wrong. I just think, like you tell me all the time, everything's situational. You just can't assume one thing will always be set,
Because there are some strong women out there just kind of leading their men,
I think it has to be a balance. Like, it's okay that, sometimes I'm stronger than you.
Balance.
And sometimes it's okay that you're stronger than me. We just...
Stronger than me? In what?
Oh, hush your face. It's a give and take, and you have to, like, figure it out together what works. And some, certain situations require, like, if I need you to fix something or I can't get something open, that's when I would need your physical strength to help me in something. Okay. But you may need me to give you some extra emotional strength when you feel a little overwhelmed with something.
So I see you more on this like different type of strengths.
Yeah, it's not
and the
just
strengths,
one.
And we can both be strong in different things in different areas.
Yes.
For each other to make each other better and to help each other.
Yeah.
I understand that. But the thing is, what happens? When like I asked earlier, what happens when a woman is now stronger than the woman? I mean, the woman is stronger than the man. Is that in the proper order, right? Because we're obviously with popular culture, the man is looked at to be the strong and the kind of like the cornerstone of the family and all that. But sometimes that's not the case.
What was your perspective then?
My perspective, I think the man has to be strong. I think the man has to be the anchor. The man has to be the anchor of the family. That's the way I see it. In all sorts of ways. I don't think necessarily. I don't think women were necessarily made or created to be that.
To be an anchor?
To be the anchor.
Okay, because you were about to say something, I was going to be like, what?
What do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to go left real quick with it, so I had to make sure I was in the right track.
Oh, I don't know what you were going to think.
It's okay, guys. I have moments.
Okay, so then when that happens, what can a couple do? What can a married couple do or a dating couple do when the woman is actually the strong and the anchor and leading? And another question is, should a woman actually, and if that's the case, should that be the case and they just sit? What's up, Mark? Huh?
You must give us your perspective, Mark. What do you think?
What I haven't heard anything from Scott. What's going on, Scott? Okay, here's the next thing I want to ask. Why should a woman be strong if the man is already strong? Or if that's the man's role, why should the man be strong? Why should a woman be strong?
Because, like, I think the general consensus is people look at strength as, for me, the face value of just the physical strength, not necessarily the whole. There's different kinds for different situations. Like, that's why I'm going to keep repeating this whole, like, situational thing, because it really is situational. It really is situational. So, like for me, when I hear people say strength, my initial thought is, okay, physically strong.
Okay.
But that's not always.
But I'm talking about just overall strength. Overall strength, not just physical strength. So, Scott says, "Happy wife is a happy life." So that means if the woman is happy being the anchor or being stronger than the man, then that's what we go with. Is that what you're saying? Okay, because Mark said because men have weak points.
I like you, Mark.
We are not always strong. Right, exactly. Right. We have weak points.
That's why, that's why I said, like, it's okay for you as a woman to be strong because it's like it's the give and take. Like, when you need extra strength or extra motivation or inspiration to become stronger or grow to get more strength, that's when we jump in and give nuggets of our wisdom to encourage and whatever the situation may be. Like, it's kind of similar to like an anchor. If you look at an anchor as a whole, if the anchor was just literally this thing that looks like a smile, like an animal, without the crossbar across, you're not having evenly distributed weight. Therefore, it would never really
Okay, you
rectify
going
itself.
engineering with me over here,
You know, so
lady.
you would need that extra support, which your woman coming in to support you to give
So
you.
it's kind of like close to that saying that says what it
Hey,
says
Nate.
a woman, it says a woman is the head, the man.
It's
The man is the head,
but the
woman
woman
is the neck. Okay, so in the anchor, you're saying that, you know, even though the man is the anchor, you guys are the chain, pretty much,
Yes.
or the chain that pulls that pulls on the anchor.
I don't think that's the way I was going, but if that works for you.
Mark David said, "Behind every strong king is an even stronger queen." All right, so I got a question for you, Mark. I got a question for you. You say behind every strong king is an even stronger queen. But I want to focus on one word in that phrase. The word behind. Why is it behind and not
beside?
You know, rubbing shoulders. Why is it behind and not beside? What do you think that is? And where this stuff even came from?
Yeah.
Where's okay, can I get my nerd on real quick? Let me get my nerd on real quick. So this saying, you know, behind every man is a strong woman or even stronger woman. It's actually it's actually
amazing because you don't always see her.
This phrase actually is from the 40s. Like it was
back when women didn't even have the same rights as men.
Back when women, it was actually from a football player. It was Merrill something. His name was, and he.
Of course, you would know this.
He was making a speech. All right, he was making a speech, but he made the speech after he won Athlete of the Year. Mm-hmm. But in the previous season he was hurt, and in his sort of rehab process, it was because of the help of his wife that he was able to really recover. And the following year, during that season, he won Athlete of the Year. So in his speech, it was one of the very first times that it was recorded. Okay, maybe they've used it before, but it was recorded that it was said. But today, you know, we have this sort of feminist movement going on. You know, some women might say, okay, why do we need to be behind? Why can't we be beside? You know. And when you think about it, so I was thinking about this. I was saying, man, that's a pretty cool cool thing, right?
We had a moment.
I had a moment, and the moment was this: like, you know, when first of all, God said that Adam needed a helpmate, mm-hmm. right? And I was listening to a Miles Monroe message a while back. What we got here? Because the man has to have the leadership in order for us to keep them up. Okay, I like that. All right. Mark David said, because someone has to be leading, someone needs to be accountable. If we are side by side, who is responsible when a proper decision is not made? Even in organizational structure, there is always a clear. That's what I'm saying, Mark David. That's what I'm saying, you know? All right, you know, we're a team, but every team has a captain. You know, every team has a leader. You know, every team
also has a co-captain.
There's a co-captain.
Yeah,
you know?
but what is the co-captain's role on the team?
The co-captain is to follow to support what the captain does.
And then if the captain is not up to par for that particular game, that's when they would step in.
But it's a co-role.
Exactly my point. But my point goes back to like the whole strength thing. If you never got you a co-captain that's strong enough to lead, how are you expecting to win the game?
Well, I don't know. If you're not there, then you know the co-captain got to step up and do that thing. All right. So back to the story I was talking about.
Miles Monroe, right?
So Miles Monroe said that the reason. So if I need to do something, if I need to lift something, if I need and co-captain is there for. If I need to lift something up, right? I need help from someone that's either as strong or stronger than me. Okay, that's when the Let me tell you, there's so much in this. Right? You talking about that's when the Bible talks about you have to be equally yoked. I'm sorry, baby. You have to be equally yoked, right? But he was saying that the person needs to be as strong or stronger than you in order to help you, right? So God created Eve for Adam to be his helpmate, but here's the moment. Here's the epiphany that I had, right?
Boom, boom, boom. Wait, how the minions go? Light bulb.
So I was like, well, when God used Adam's rib, right?
Yes.
The rib.
Where's your rib located, y'all?
Your rib is located on your side, or really the rib goes all the way around. But
babe, the rib do not go all. What do you mean by all the way around? Because I'm thinking like a circle all the way around.
Well, not all the way around. Okay. I mean, it goes all the way to the back. It goes all the way to the back.
It covers your side.
It covers your side.
There you go,
all
baby.
the way to your vertebrae. So we can see that God, when God created Eve, he didn't pull from the spine behind the man.
He didn't pull the L1, S7.
He didn't pull from the tailbone. He pulled from the side, from the rib. So that means the woman is supposed to be the helpmate beside the man, not necessarily behind the man. Do you agree with that?
I do agree. I think.
Or do you agree just because now you don't have to be behind me blocking you, right? You can be beside me. Is that what it is?
What I think it is, like when I think about the anatomy of the rib, where it's actually physically positioned, depending on your perspective, it can appear that rib is in front. Depending on your perspective, it can look like the rib is on the side. And depending on your perspective, it can look on your back. And as a strong woman, depending on your perspective, you play where you need to be. So sometimes I may need to be in front of you because they're
in front of me.
You're so nasty. Because and this is just the reality of the situations. Because I am a woman, there's certain places and things I can go to and say to that you wouldn't be able to, at least not get it received.
Right.
Just like I know, because I am a woman, there's certain things and places that I cannot go to and be received, so I have to step behind you.
Right.
And there's certain times that I need to be beside you in order to reach that.
Preach, baby, preach. Woo. Come on, baby.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was good. That was good. I like that. Why is it so embarrassing? That was good. That was good. So okay. So what you're saying is it's not like a really concrete rule or role. It's the fact it's situational. Yes. It's conditional depending on what you're doing, where you are, who you're with, what's going on. It all depends on different things. So okay, Mark said he agreed. Mercedes say she likes that. Portia say yes, Liz, yes. All right.
That part is I can hear her yes.
And Mark said there's nothing wrong with being behind. I believe in every relationship it's important for everyone to know their roles. That's right.
That is absolutely
and the roles
true.
do change at different times, at different points. All right. So now if you're beside, that means you can be beside, you can be in front, and you can be behind. So it's truly a partnership. Now, what happens if the man thinks that the woman is not necessarily strong enough to step in front? How does the woman show her strength? How does the woman prove her strength? What do you guys think?
What do you think?
What do you guys think? If a man, thinks that, their woman is not necessarily strong or strong enough to step in front or strong enough to even step beside, and how does she show her strength? You can also be on top.
That's how we got in situations, Mark.
You may wear, hold up, let me see. You may wear the pants in the house.
But she picked them out.
And Mark said you can be on top. Yeah, we ain't talking about on top, On top, but see the thing, on top, you gotta be able to put in work when you're on top. I'm just saying.
Different conversation.
I'm just
different
saying.
Episode, babe. Different.
All right,
episode.
so pretty much we established that phrase, behind every woman, behind every man, I keep getting this thing confused. Behind every man is a strong woman. Behind every man is an even stronger woman. But the place of the woman is not necessarily behind the man, and it's not always behind the man. The place of the woman could be beside the man. The place of the woman could be in front of the man at times. All right, but then you got to get things back in order, right?
I know, but even if a woman does for that moment be
Right.
the forefront, doesn't necessarily mean you're out of order, because that's something you guys would agree on
yeah.
before you would. I wouldn't just go, okay, this is now the Liz show and da 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 da. Like, that's just not me, you know.
I'll watch your show, baby. If it's the Liz show.
Focus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So the
back
place
to the
of the
original
man.
question you were asking was the whole: how does a woman show her strength to prove that she does have strength? I think we as women, we have what, like, I would like to consider our silent strength. You know, having self-worth is such a strength, and I feel like it's kind of lacking in today. And that's just my personal opinion, and I'll leave it there. But, you know, having self-worth is showing that you have strength, you know, because you could easily, you know, do certain things that show that maybe you don't have the highest self-esteem of yourself. Or even simply like, I forgot who I was watching, but they were saying, you know, the easiest way to tell if a woman values herself is when she walks. Does she walk with her head up, or does she walk staring down? You know, and, you know, something as simple as that, whether you're looking straight forward and making eye contact with people versus you walking like, I'm talking like this when I talk to somebody new, are kind of indicators of your strength.
Okay.
You know.
So that means, if, you know, in order for a woman to be strong, that she has to have self-esteem, be self-aware.
Yes, self-aware is very important.
And just she has to know herself and know what her strengths are.
Yeah.
Okay. And once she does know her strength, then she's able to actually showcase those.
Yes.
Showcase them. Okay. Awesome. All right. So the next thing I would ask is this: how should a woman speak to or pushes a man that's not strong?
One, you would have to know your man.
Okay.
Like, specifically in our relationship, I wouldn't go to you and be like, you need a da-da-da-da-da. That's just not going to work. You're going to shut me down, and that's going to get us nowhere.
Sure will.
You know?
Shut it
so,
down. Like, talk to the hand.
Okay.
Talk to the hand.
you know, that's just not, a good approach, at least specifically here. I know it may not be for many people. You know, I think, you know, praying about your partner to grow them in strength, whether, you know, whatever you want them to grow in, I think taking it to God first, because he's the ultimate creator. And, you know, he may do something behind the scenes that you will never know. And take it there. You know, also, you know, just speaking like kindness and like wisdom, but without being like overcritical and things of that nature. You know, you can kind of be like something silly, like, I want you to take out the trash. I'm not gonna nag you to take out the trash, but I'm like, hey babe, can you go take the trash out for me?
You make a good point, and I want to say this: you know, if there are any ladies out there, let me tell y'all something.
Your tone. That's
your tone. Word. Your tone. Let me tell you. Let me say the tone in music. Tonality is huge, right? But in communication with men, let me tell you, tonality is even more important. Okay, the tone, the way you say things, how you say things, matters so much. And let me tell you, if you can find the right tone, because every man got a different tone. If you can find the tone for your man, or even, you know, and I think it goes both ways.
Yeah, because
I think it goes both ways. But the tone, if you can find the tone for your man, you will have this man climb. You know, like, go to the moon for real. I know we use that as a big metaphor, or, you know.
You just went old school by the moon.
Go to the moon, like, your man will go to the moon if you find the right tone to say certain things, to ask certain things, to even whine about certain things, you know, or to even I would say even get mad about certain things. Even the tone. Oh my gosh, the tone will have that man. I don't know, climb the walls. Okay, I'm just saying, find the tone. Find the tone. That's what I'm saying
Hashtag
about
find
that.
the tone.
Yeah, find the tone. Hashtag find the tone. All right, all right.
And I do agree with you, Mark. God can affirm, certain situations for you and bring light to things. So you don't have to always have to say something. Ooh. That helps. And reassuring him, and just kind of guiding them without being a pest. What do you think, honey? What else would you add? As a woman who's strained, to give strength to maybe her partner who isn't as strong.
Yeah, I think it's in how you do it. I think men, we have no problem listening to our women. Again, it goes back to the tone. It's how you do it, the approach. And something I tell you all the time is the timing.
Yeah, you do that all the time.
The timing. I be like, babe, this is not the time. This is not,
you always want to talk to me when I'm watching.
You just turn on the game and it's your favorite team playing a game, or
the Saints don't play all the time.
And it's not like you saying, okay, this game is more important, but at the time my attention is a little occupied right now. Okay, so that it may not be the right time to talk about serious stuff, but it's all in how you do it, when you do it, and how you do it. But most importantly, how you do it.
Yes,
you can make a man do whatever. All right. So
what do you think about Mercedes' comment though?
Mercedes says,
"What if that's the only way to get them to move in your direction?
What if that's the only way to have them move in your direction? White.
Yeah. Sorry, guys." Yeah, so if nagging them is the only way to get them to do what you want them to do, what do you think on that?
Nagging on them is the only way? I don't know if it's the.
I'm not saying nagging, but I'm saying whatever that particular thing is, that whether it's you nagging them, you giving them the silent treatment, you cutting them off the cookies, is to get them to do whatever.
Oh, don't cut the cookie.
But that's just examples of negative reinforcement or whatever. What are other options coming from a male perspective that as a woman you can do to help encourage?
Well, I think it goes back to, I think you said that earlier, is you have to know your partner, you have to know your man, you have to know your woman. You have to know how do they respond, right? How do they respond? Sometimes I do respond to her just look, it's straight business. Like, Joe, you need to tighten up. Sometimes I respond to that.
But I think it's also the tone, because I don't go, Joe, if you don't get your act together, that's just, I don't nag like that.
Fabi said, get TiVo and pause it.
I agree. I agree, Fabi.
Hey, look, the TiVo messes up with the moment. There's a moment. Mark Davis said that's never the way to get things done. I guess he's talking about who likes nagging. Nobody likes nagging. I can't stand nagging. I'm all about let's go.
I think the trick is Mercedes is nag with kindness, so to speak.
Okay. Or nag with a purpose.
Yeah,
nag with a purpose. Don't just nag for no reason.
Yeah, if you're nagging because you've been telling him he's been missing the day to take out trash. Trash come every Friday, right? But they keep missing Friday to take out the trash. Then you can nag with a purpose, but do it kindly, or with not really kindly, but do it with sweetly. Because you know how they say, kill them with kindness?
Kill them with kindness?
So nag them with the kindness of how you ask, so to speak. To the point that, and then when they actually do it, reward them with praise. Oh my God, you did, a little kid sometimes. You're oh my God, you did such a great job. Yay.
Yeah.
Hercules, you're so strong. I could never do that on my own. Sometimes we gotta take out our acting skills.
All right, when Nate says nagging is worse than anything, thank God Fabi doesn't have to nag because I'm so perfect. I'm sure
we're not touching that one. We'll let Fabi and you hash that out later.
Mercedes says, I always ask first, wait, then go with attitude. I always ask first, then wait, go with attitude. Hey, if that works, if that's what works for you, then hey, do what works for you. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to know how to
Yeah,
respond.
like I think Mark David is the one that said it in the feed. He says, you speak to them with the knowledge you know of them. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't just you speak to them how you know how your relationship is with them. I like Bobby.
Naggers get us naked. And here's the wife responding, how come standing in front of the TV naked get me
That
resolved?
solves a lot of problems.
But if I'm fully clothed, then we need to talk it. It's a problem. Hey, that's a big distraction. That's a big distraction. Just get naked and disrupt everything. All right. All right. So now we want to open it up for questions or anything like that, or if you guys have any of your funny additional comments. All right.
Mark Davis said, "Naked solves all things."
Naked solves. Hey man, let me tell you, naked solves a lot of things. You get naked, become one. When you become one, who are you gonna argue with, right?
Argue with yourself.
Who are you gonna argue with? You're gonna argue with yourself, right? That's the true meaning of becoming one. Becoming one.
You're a mess.
Let's talk about the
naked nagging.
No naked nagging. We ain't talking about that.
I think at the point where you become
that's a different
naked,
show.
No, at the point you get naked, there's no more nagging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once
the
you're
nagging
naked, kind of stops. It kind of stops. The minute you get.
It
naked.
may pick up after, but it usually stops.
Or in between. Hey, spice it up. All right, so we got a question here: how to deal with someone who thinks themselves into depression? All right. How to deal with someone who thinks themselves into depression. How to deal with someone who thinks themselves into depression. This question might be over my head, baby.
I think it is over our head, but fair game and transparency. I get really bad anxiety. Not to say that they're the same thing, because they're totally not. Mm-hmm. But one, it helps to have a partner who understands that you have anxiety and knows how to help bring you back to calm. And in this case, we kind of know how to help to take them out of it. So whether and it depends on what is causing that depression.
That was going to be my question.
And depending on what that is, that may require going to get medical license help, and there's tons of great places you can go to go get that. But as a partner, you can always help encourage them and kind of reaffirm them whatever that they might be thinking that may not necessarily be true. Right. Just reassure them. And then obviously, if it continues to get worse, please go seek help.
Go seek counsel.
Yes.
Not legal counsel, but medical
help. Please.
And I know that's something that we shy away from, for all sorts of reasons, especially in our community. In our communities, it's not the cool thing to do, but sometimes if you do need that help, you definitely will encourage that you do go and get the help. But like my wife was saying, I think that the main thing is figuring out what's the reason behind that, what's causing it. A lot of times we don't look at the symptoms necessarily, but we go and look for the cause of the problem, what's causing it, what's at the core of the problem. And that way, then you can start sort of remedying whatever the issue
what triggers,
is. But you guys get together, get on the same page, figure out what that is and how you need to handle that. And if that's going to get the professional help, definitely do that and make sure you support them in doing that throughout the process. All right. The next question we have is. Fabi says, do you believe every couple should have a couple that they look up to? Do you guys have a mentoring couple that you look up to?
I don't think at least I don't necessarily think I have a couple that I look up to per se or mentor up to, but I do think it's so important to have other married friends or other friends that aren't in relationships or couples, because one, it'll kind of help like check and balance, meaning Like the other day.
Not
like
comparing contrast.
Not comparing contrast.
Check and balance.
Check and balance. For instance, the other day, I was so mad at this guy. And we're not going to the reason why, but the squad knows why. And, they kind of help like, well, maybe you don't need to be doing X, Y, and Z to really be that mad, or just brush it off. It's not that serious and just keep it moving. I think it's good to have that kind of friendship
more like
with
accountability,
people. Kind of
accountability. You need to have more accountability couples or relationships. I think
I don't knock it if it works.
I think I think you can have a little bit of both. But the thing is, we never really know what goes on with other couples. So you would have to really know exactly who that couple is, and also figure out, okay, if whatever dynamic they have going on, is it the same thing that you have going on, and can that really truly help you in your marriage or in your relationship? You get what I'm saying? So. But I don't think it's a bad idea, but I also don't think it's necessary. I think just, you can have accountability couples or other couples that you get around, and you kind of learn from each other going back and forth.
And it helps too when you have accountability. How you say the word? Wait, no, don't laugh. Don't read. Accountability couples that you can check with. Not only to check with, but sometimes you may be experiencing something that couple is about to experience. For instance, like we have a child that has special needs. And, we never shy to tell our friends that. So if they ever come across that situation, they know they are more than welcome to always come reach out to us and vent and express feelings, get opinions on whatever it may be, just because they know we can kind of relate. So that's why it's kind of important to get connected, so to speak.
All right. So let's see here. Nate said he got the answer. And the answer to all the questions you guys are going to be asking is naked nagging.
Hashtag naked nagging.
Hashtag naked nagging. Naked nagging. All right.
I love you, Nate.
Mark Davis said, I don't know about having a mentoring couple, but maybe an O. Look at that. Mark Davis, you were right there with us. You were right there with us. Right there with us. An accountability couple is definitely a great thing to have, because sometimes, it's good for my wife to see that All right.
No naked nagging
no
for
naked
you.
nagging. I'm gonna be doing the naked nagging. All right. All right. Any more questions? Shoot them. Shoot the questions. Or if anyone else has anything to say, because we do have some lovely couples that are watching. Maybe anything that relates to what we've been talking about tonight that you want to kind of expound on. I know Mark David has already put out a couple of gems. Nate, of course, is doing his thing with the naked nagging movement. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for probably another minute or so to see if there's any more questions. But definitely, we thank you guys for watching. We thank you for coming on. Do us a favor and just share the video and continue to do so. We come on here every Wednesday, 10 p.m. All right, unless there's a hurricane, we'll be here. We'll be here at 10 p.m. Just on here, and again, yes. Our goal is to just share real stuff, real life stuff.
Yes.
To help all of us,
Grow.
accomplish our real relationship goals together. We're not here as an expert couple or experts on relationship. We're just
real people with
we've
real
been doing
experiences.
this for a little bit. A little bit, and we've gone through some things, and we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Final thoughts. Well, the final thought, we're gonna go back to the topic, which was the woman behind the man. All right. So with that being said, is the saying says, behind every woman, behind every man. Oh my goodness, because I'm just focused on the woman. That's why. Behind every man, yeah, you are. Behind every man is an even stronger woman, or is a strong woman. However, the woman doesn't necessarily need to be behind. Okay, the woman can be in front. The woman can be beside. The woman can be on top. Hello, somebody. All right, all right.
In short, what he's trying to say, a strong woman is like a Swiss Army knife. Depending on the situation, you know what type of strength you need to pull and what position you need to be in.
Right. And as far as roles and positions in relationships, yes, at some point we have our major roles and major positions, but there are times when we have to switch, and it's okay to do that.
Correct.
It's okay to do that. Relationships do what works for them. Exactly. Every couple is different. Let me put that up. Every couple is different. Keep naked nagging. Keep naked nagging alive.
We'll do our best, Fabi.
Oh, Mark David said, yeah, he likes to transition. Oh, I got transition for you, man. It's manual. It's manual. With the hands, I just go boom. I just go bow. Yes. All right. Anyways, we thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
We'll come back next Wednesday, 10 p.m. right here on Facebook Live with
Every Wednesday.
Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa. Let me see what we got here. Again, check us out. Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa every Wednesday, 10 p.m. right here on Facebook Live, where the show will be uploaded on YouTube after we're done here, so you can go watch it again.
Rewatch it.
If you like. Share it. Subscribe to the channel, of course.
Send it to your spouse in an email DM.
Exactly. Send it to your spouse if they didn't see it, or send it to your significant other if you wanted them to be here with you. All right. And I believe that's it.
Yes.
That's it. Hold on. We got anything else? Oh, no. That's it, folks. That's it.
Bye.
Bye. Blah, 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 blah. Real people.
Real love.
Real perspective.
Real experiences.
Relationship Goals with Joe and Lisa every Wednesday at 10 p.m.